Well, it's March 23rd, 2024. Jalen and I are not doing the park and pop method today. We're taking a big walk on some public land here in northern North Dakota. And we were after some elk sheds today. We were talking today with elk sheds. We usually don't have as much luck doing this. But we're walking the edge of this swamp. Me and Jalen are 20, 30 yards away from each other. We get to where there's some snow, and I tell Jalen, well, should I work my way back towards you so we can go the other way? And yep, sounds good. I turned around, took 4 steps. I looked in front of us. It was probably 10 yards between the two of us. Nice frickin' elk shed. Looks like last year's, but we're pretty fired up right now. How frickin' cool is that? Public land, North Dakota elk shed. Wow. We're pretty stoked right now. We're gonna definitely have to like Jalen said, grid search around here. All right, now the real question is it a 5 or a 6? Is there a little crab claw at the end, you think? I'm thinking it's a 5. Oh, that's a 6-pointer, baby. Let's go. Put it on the board. Yes, let's go. I don't know, I feel like elk sheds should count as like 3 for the year, but that's freaking awesome. Well, let's find the match. That's a good freaking start. Well, I don't know if it's the start of the day, but it's a good way to break the ice.
Well, Nick and I are still out looking for some elk sheds or deer sheds, whatever we find really, but
moose.
Or moose. I forgot moose. Yeah, that's a possibility too. We kind of had split up a little bit. He was taking some of the ridge tops. I was taking more of the shoreline, and came across this white-tailed deadhead here. Looks like it's been here for a while, pretty chewed on and stuff like that. But figure we still like to film all this stuff. We never take these with us, but we just like to show them off and see what we find, show you what we find. So pretty cool. I mean, not a bad buck, but pretty old. So.
All right, well, we are on some more public land. We're actually getting to a spot we know they like to hang out. And me and Jalen are just booking it across here, trying to catch our balance, kind of like don't want to fall. And Jalen was in front of me, and we aren't looking for sheds too much till right now. You know, we're both looking around. He's holding the camera, looking around. I'm looking around. As I go, Jalen, look to your right. Frickin' elk shed laying right here, baby. Let's go. Love that. Busted up. Looks like actually a really good one if it wasn't broken. Look at that. Heck yeah, definitely last year or the year before, but we will take that. It's pretty cool, dude. That's awesome. I don't know if the other side would be around here or if it dodged the bulldozer somehow, but it's good to know that they're potential to find some sheds in this area. It is April 6th, 2024. First weekend here in April. I got my buddy Ben Mallow up with me today. We're doing some shed hunting. He made the trip up and he's like, well, let's go find some elk sheds. So that is what we are doing today. We got a windy one. I don't know if you can tell. I'm guessing you can. But one thing about shed hunting up here, as you can see, can't see very far. So
there's a lot of scrapes along these trees down here.
A lot of scrapes. We can find some deer sheds too. A deer shed would count as well. But anyway, it's tough to find, you know, when we're hunting or shed hunting on the prairie, we call it. It's a little more open, a lot easier to find a lot of sheds, but a lot of fun walking around up here, and it's always fun to find an elk shed. Me and Jalen 2 weeks ago when we were elk shed hunting, we found 2. One on this piece of property. It's a big piece, but yeah, hopefully we'll be showing you some elk sheds after this clip. Well, I apologize for the technical difficulties here, but we seem to not have audio during this clip, so I'm just going to tell you what happened here. I returned to the area where Jalen and I had found an elk shed 2 to 3 weeks prior and was kind of doing circles around that area, and I ended up finding this one about 40 to 50 yards away from where Jalen and I found that one. So here you can see me just showing you the elk shed and probably saying some stuff that really doesn't matter much. But at this point, I did feel like this was probably the match set and was very excited to continue the rest of the day, because this was right where I walked to right away, and to find this one within the first hour of shed hunting was pretty awesome. Well, I just got the radio call that Ben has something. Let's go. So, working my way back to where he described he was at. He didn't give me any hints on what it was. Kind of what we do, I guess. Just said he has something and to head over that direction. So, hopefully this trail gets me there. Oh, heck yeah. A moose pedal. Yeah. Oh wow, that's pretty freaking cool. Oops.
Well, we found our second shed of the day. Nick found one elk shed here so far. We were a little ways back from where we were, and then stopped, ate a little lunch, got a little more energy in us, and I came up. It's pretty flat here coming off of. There's a lake not too far from us this way, and then we came off another pond / lake, I'd say, that we were walking the shoreline, and Nick kept walking the shoreline, and I came up and found this, it's kind of like knee-high buckbrush type and big kind of opening, and then I started walking one of the trails that was right off that opening, and it looked like it was just pounded, and I looked over to my right, one little area, and found this nice moose shed here.
Fitting that the guy that's going on a moose hunt this fall finds a moose shed.
Yeah, seriously. Things are looking up. Looks like it's a few years old.
Yeah. Heck yeah, though.
Yeah.
That's sweet, dude. All we need is a deer shed to complete the slam.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, hopefully we can, maybe look around here in this area and see if we can't find the other side to this one, or there's a lot of elk sign back here.
Yeah, shed hunting in here is not for the faint of heart, is it? Well, I just radioed Ben that I found something else, but told him it isn't really worth him coming all the way over here to look at. I'm just walking and kind of an opening here, an opening that I e-scouted. Always put marks on, because we're shed hunting on public land here, and we've never been in here, so I have a bunch of marks of where I think I should go and stuff like that. Anyway, from a ways away I saw that little number and I thought it was a bone. It got closer and closer and I was like, oh, that's part of a moose shed right there. Just right in this little opening. Facts. But yeah, you can tell this one's pretty old, but what might have been. Still counts though, still counts. Well, I found that moose shed. Then about 2 minutes later, I decided to walk over here and I find a little spike fork elk shed. So I called Ben over because I've been walking up on these hilltops and there's so much sign, and if it's out in the open like this, you know that no one's been here, because someone would pick up that dinky moose shed, soft white. Someone might just be like, throw that out in the open, but I mean, I think anybody's gonna pick this up. It's not gonna weigh much. So we'll take another elk shed. Oh yeah, look at that big bad boy. Heck yeah. Just working our way off a ridge top, not too far away from the opening where we found the two sheds, and I saw something sticking up and I was like, oh, Ben, I got another one. Ah, looks like it's a deer deadhead, just a little 3-point. And again, in North Dakota, we can't pick these up, so we just leave them right where they're at. We always show you guys them just because some states it's legal and some guys look for them, so, but not much. Well, we decided to compare the elk shed that Ben and I found yesterday to the one that Jalen and I found 2 weeks ago, and they were about 100 yards apart, and we were pretty confident it's a match. Obviously its fifths up here are different, but brows are the same. You can tell pretty much the same here, so kind of cool to actually get the match. You can see the burrs are very similar there and stuff, but pretty cool to get a matched up elk set, and probably only a year or two old, so pretty cool to find that, and it was a good weekend shed hunting.
I was cruising along on the four-wheeler right by one of our big food plots here that we call the draw, and found a broken off tine of an elk antler. So kind of cool, but I'd rather find the whole thing.
It's a thick top though, yeah. Too.
It's kind of got, he's got obviously the back here and then a good point, and then the beam is decent size too, so.
Jeez, that's cool.
Not something you find every day. But yeah, so hopefully turkey hunting improves. If the sheds just want to do what this did and just appear in front of us, that'd be cool too.
It is June 4th, 2024. We should be done shed hunting, right? Well, I'm out here on the four-wheeler. Full disclosure, not shed hunting. I'm actually checking some of these plots to see their water levels. This is a fall plot that I'm looking at. I believe we had Bombshell by Domain Seed in here last year, and so it's not going to look like there's much work done to this plot because Bombshell is one of their late seed varieties, like Big Sexy, Wingman, and Illicit and stuff like that. But anyway, not important. I'm out here checking, and look at here. I turned around on the four-wheeler. I drove by it right here. I looped around and I was like, all right, I want to see what the water levels are at, because there's this little meadow here that floods and we've been getting a lot of rain here. But look at that. Got a nice elk shed sitting on the side of the plot. They were still coming into this plot at the end of last year. Well, since I have the tripod out here, I might as well film the pickup from a little ways away. But look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice elk shed. Usually we drive by here, and I want to say we did. So this one must have fallen kind of late. It seems like that happens a lot up here. But definitely kind of a younger bull. Like I said, they were in here, I mean, till basically stuff all started greening up. They were still eating on this Bombshell plot that we had, and kind of shows that they were here even when they're losing antlers. So kind of cool, and definitely going to put another fall plot in here this year to see if we can find like something like this next spring. Well, I'm just out here spraying food plots. June 26th. Going along here. Oh, shadows in the way. Look at that little thing right there. Tip of an elk antler. Broken off. Look at that. Jalen found another one, more mature one, this year in a plot. Shows how hard these elk hit these plots though. Holy smokes. Kind of a cool little top, but we've never found them broken off like this in the plots before, and two this year. Pretty cool.